Denton County, Paxton plus 24.
Oh, holy shit!
Fastest decision we've ever made. Ever in this channel's history. 3 minutes! Not even!
Anyway, so that's probably
November, here we come. And they posted this.
I am so sick of going into Austin and every 2 or 3 blocks there's a fucking Desi Deli. I am so fucking sick of walking into a Walmart or an HEB.
California takes days, weeks, sometimes months to figure out who won because they can't count any. Guys, we have results, by the way. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have results out of Texas. Denton County, Paxton plus 24.
Oh,
holy shit!
Okay, that is really,
that's a truth news.
That is a real. Okay, so Real Tex and Midnight and I were talking about this on the stream, or before the stream, like an hour ago. If Paxton is winning Harris, if he's winning Denton, if he's winning Tarrant, if he's winning all these major counties in the early, back it up.
Wait. Cornyn got 40% of the vote in round 1. Is he getting less in the early vote than he got in round 1?
Yes.
What? I'm sorry?
Oh my gosh. Rockwell County, Paxton plus 30. Oh my god.
Wait. Rockwell, Paxton. Cornyn got 40% of the vote in Rockwell.
He's getting 35% right now.
Oh my goodness. Are we serious?
Is this over?
Is that all early vote out of Tarrant County, or is that election day?
It has to be early vote. They just dropped it.
Because that's 60. Because Decision Desk is saying that's 68% of the estimated vote here.
Tarrant. Paxton plus 17.
It's over.
Paxton is up 17 in Tarrant.
Cornyn got 45% in Tarrant, and now he's at 41. 67%. 67%.
We have Dallas County. Dallas is in, and Paxton is only down 1% in Dallas with 70%.
No, Tyrone. No. Paxton's at 59% in Tarrant, but it's 67% reported.
What the heck?
Oh god, it's over.
Kaufman County is in.
Kaufman,
Denton is in, and Cornyn is down 25 points in Denton.
Wow.
Wait. Okay, Jefferson County. Cornyn got 49%. Right now, with 50% reported, it's 67-33 for Paxton. Is this done?
It's over.
It's over. It's over. He's winning.
This looks like a beatdown.
It's been 5 seconds and it's already over.
Dude, what
Good night.
Wow.
Well, good stream, guys. See y'all next week. Ciao.
Comment.
It's
actually win Dallas.
Holy shit.
Guys.
Paxton is currently only down 1% in Dallas right now. He's 50 to 49.
Okay, let me speak. This was the fastest decision we've ever made. Ever in this channel's history. 3 minutes. Not even. Texas 18th, Al Green lost by 37.
So to those of you who watch C-SPAN, we never have to hear Al Green's stupid speeches ever again.
The honorable black man, and like every time they nominated that motherfucker, the honorable fucking, oh my god!
Oh my god, who's the guy that's like the brother from Brooklyn? Who is that again?
The brother from Brooklyn.
Yeah, who the fuck was that? I think Trump's influence somehow is getting stronger. I don't know how that's possible, but this was unheard of even a couple years ago. A year ago, this would have been seen as crazy. Taking out John Cornyn by this much? Like, Trump might have tried a year ago, but now we just casually take down John Cornyn by 20 pounds. If not 30.
I'm gonna be honest with
The idea of taking down him at all is scary. Like nobody would have thought that you could take him down a few years back. Now you're taking him down by 25 points easily.
I'm not even sure if Cornyn could have won with a Trump endorsement.
It would be close.
Yeah. I'm almost
unless it was
wondering now
very enthusiastic, I don't think he would have.
I'm almost wondering now too if Cornyn would have underperformed in the general just based off this. I'm not going that far yet, but
there's clear base there's clear issues with the base for Cornyn. It's clear as day. The base fucking hates his guts.
Abortion is a Jewish psyop. Gay rights is a Jewish psyop.
It's
Israel is a Jewish psyop. Benjamin Netanyahu is a Jewish
psyop.
It reminds me of when some people would say that we need like a bipartisan coalition where Republicans need to give up the market and Democrats need to give up their commitment to mass immigration. And it's like, that's not going to happen because immigration is like one of their top issues.
And their social stuff is their fucking religion. To them, it's a religion. They're fucking social issue crap.
Yeah, like asking the Democrats to give up social liberalism is like asking like the Republicans to give up Christianity.
Here's the thing, right? You can exist in the Democrat Party as a fucking tax-cutting fiscal conservative. You cannot exist in the modern Democrat Party without being socially progressive to the point that you want to chop off little children's genitals just because they said they were a girl one time. You cannot claim that a party is not a single issue party. When there are issues that if you don't agree with them 100%, you are blacklisted, you are barred, you are completely removed and are out.
Jared Polis, who is notable for turning Colorado into a safe blue state, has been censured and de facto fucking damnatio memoriae by his own party for pardoning someone over what? What was it? What did he pardon her over?
It was
I think she
Jan 6 or something.
No. It was like
stuff.
I think she let somebody she let like an election truther.
It was a flat earther. It was a flat. No. Yeah, it was an election truther. That's right. Yeah. No, if you question the Democratic Party in them losing the election or stealing the election, if you challenge them on mutilating little children's genitals, look, I'm just going to say it like this. I don't think the kind of communism the Democratic Party has, look, it's very simple. Communists, all these proclaimed communists, all these Democrat progressives who are claiming communists, they're completely fine with you having right-wing to centrist to even center-right economics, left to center-right economics. You can be a small business owner who opposes raising taxes, and that's fine. But the moment you suggest maybe we shouldn't be giving abortion access to trans children, they will call you a fucking fascist. I don't know, Yogi. I don't think these modern communists actually give a shit about like the socioeconomic matters at hand. I think they literally just give a fuck.
Let me explain the policy thing, because Jared Polis is the Colorado governor, and outside of fucking taxes, which he's actually libertarian on, he is basically a generic Democrat on most of their issues. I can't think
he's a progressive.
Yeah. It's like he's just a normie progressive. Well,
and he's gay too.
Yeah.
He's literally a gay Jew. Yeah, he's also
he is a gay Jewish redditor.
Yeah. So he commuted the sentence as what's her name again?
Peters?
Yeah, Peters. And the reason was actually just common sense. It's like she's like 85 or whatever. She's dying, and she needs actual medical care. And it's like, well, what's the point of being in prison for this? And she was already in prison for like 3 years or whatever. The millisecond
she I think served half of her time. She's 70. She was sick, and she wasn't pardoned. She was commuted. It just means you don't have to serve the rest of your prison time. It still means like, hey, you were found guilty. You are guilty of the crime, but we're gonna let you out early. You know, and the college, the Democrat
did was insane. I'm sorry. What I hate the most about this party is it's how uneven everything is. These people will fight tooth and nail to let rapists roam the street and get probation for armed robbery. But if you, oh my god, if you are an election denier, if you check to see if maybe there were some irregularities in the election results, 14 years in prison. Are you fucking like? That's what pisses me off about. It'd be one thing if these guys were just. It'd be one thing if these guys were just hardline, high prison sentences. You commit a crime, you go to jail. Yeah, but like. These people will be fine with actual violent criminals and pedophiles and illegal aliens, but if you oppose them politically, you are DONE.
You're worse than like.
It's literally the state. It's literally the state of the narco tyranny.
I mean, they might force him out of office while he's term limited, but they might force him out of office before he leaves, or he's supposed to leave. It's like, really? This fucking progressive Democrat. It's insane.
I refuse to listen to people who call MAGA a cult when this is what happens when you oppose the party line for Democrats.
You talked with Hassan Piker subpoena / saying names. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, he got subpoenaed and he might get indicted. He was already
Piker, I'm coming to investigate you.
He's already spilling the beans. You already spilled the beans on who's fucking involved.
I want to say something about Hassan Piker. You are all very aware of the stereotype Turkish people are cockroaches, correct?
Okay, we're not gonna go down.
Hold up. You're treading some grounds here. Be careful.
Yeah, let's not.
I recuse myself.
Yeah, so Hassan Piker, he might get indicted, and that's a big deal for a lot of people. And because, let's be honest here, he's connected to some fucking shady ass groups. And immediately, not even getting indicted, he gets subpoenaed. And live on air, he just starts spilling the beans like, yeah, I know this group and the freaking founder and the funders and stuff. Please, Todd Blanche, you can become the Attorney General if you throw Hassan Piker in prison.
This isn't surprising, though, because Hassan Piker is a massive pussy. We all saw what happened when Candyman called him out. He banned, like, year-long fucking tier 3 subs for even mentioning it in the chat. Like, that guy, he puts on the tough guy physique. He tries to be this, like, masculine fucking progressive socialist, but he's a pussy. He's a massive fucking... I almost just called him the F word. That could have been bad.
Yeah.
Like, he is. I mean, that's what he is. I mean, he is a pussy. He's a coward. And,
he's an F-bomb, and we can't say that.
Yeah, and just like...
Unfortunately.
He admits to the world that, yeah, the Cuban government contacted him, and he was working with them and their top people. It's like, that's fucking illegal, by the way.
Which, by the way, everybody was saying that the only reason that the admin went after Hassan Piker was because...
Here's the thing about Hassan Piker. Here's the thing about all these leftists. I don't know if you guys saw all the groups that Hassan Piker had mentioned explicitly as being involved with all this Cuba stuff. I don't know if you guys noticed. Those groups are literally in charge of all these far left Reddit groups. Further digging showed that they were also in charge of like fucking Twitch channel shit like that. Like, there is no organic progressive far left movement in terms of what it was at its core. Progressivism and leftism in this country as it is. Now, I don't mean like center leftism. I don't mean like the Blue Dogs. I mean like all the literal gay race communism happening in this country right now that candidates like Kamala Harris are taking exploitation of. It's not organic. It's not American. The Cuban, the Chinese, the Russian governments, all of our near peer threats and pains in our fucking ass, all of these left-wing governments, they are the ones who are actively funding and aiding this shit. And it is specifically these unassimilated third world fucking ethnics that are completely okay because they don't give a shit about this country. They don't give a shit about American identity. They're here, they're hostile, they don't give a fuck about this country, they don't give a fuck about Americans, they don't give a fuck about the white working class or any of that shit. You know what they are? They are simply a group of subversives. They need to be removed from the country. Hassan Piker needs to be denaturalized, and he needs to be shipped back to Turkey. All of him and all his fucking friends need to be sent back to where they fucking came from, and we need to be punishing China and Cuba for this fucking shit.
Right.
Of John Cornyn's watch party.
Yeah, I saw like the New York Times thing.
That was from. I didn't even see that before tonight. I didn't even see that before.
This is before polls closed, by the way. chat.
I should have, had I saw that, I probably would have just like,
called it right then and there.
Yeah, it's literally all press.
This is before the, like, it's one thing if this was after the fact and like, oh, they have an emergency press conference. This is before polls closed. Not El Paso, statewide. This is a half an hour before polls closed.
Makes you think what his actual internals were at that point.
It must have been
sure
like plus 10.
Like right after the endorsement went out or something.
This is just, this is the electable candidate, everybody. That's true.
The electable candidate who lost by 30 plus points after spending $120 million.
7th worst incumbent senator performance since 1946.
Big win, not just really for MAGA, but President Trump. It's clear, guys. This is Trump's party to this day. His influence is gaining by the day, which should not be possible, by the way. But somehow he's the most powerful he's ever been in Republican politics,
He's more powerful than he's ever been.
Yeah, he gets more powerful by the day, how? How the fuck does he do that?
I think people have been keeping track of Trump's endorsements here. I think he's like won basically all of his endorsements. I think have won this year, or close to that.
Yeah, or especially with the competitive races. We're not counting the ones that freaking don't really matter. Like the ones that people talk about. He's won everything. Thomas Massie, Bill Cassidy, John Cornyn. I guess technically Dan Crenshaw, even though he didn't endorse Herrera, he just didn't. Or what's his name?
Gonzalez. You're talking about
Steve Toth.
Yeah, Steve
I was
Toth.
gonna say Steve Toth.
He ended back Crenshaw, and he got crushed. So he's basically cleaned house in just one fucking year. He's got rid of a lot of the worst people in the House and the Senate.
And it's already coming out that next year, Young, Murkowski, Thune, Paul, they're all going to be out the door soon too.
Yeah, and we'll get to that because that's a pretty big story. That's what I want to get to.
Hopefully.
This is what's going on in DFW, by the way.
Frisco, Texas.
Like
the rally against rednecks.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Every Muslim and Indian in the state of Texas needs to be forcibly deported against their will. I don't fucking care.
On June 2nd.
I'm so fucking sick. I am so sick of going into Austin and every 2 or 3 blocks there's a fucking Desi Deli. I am so fucking sick of walking into a Walmart or an HEB and hearing fucking Indian music, dude. It is so fucking
Take up for
tiring.
2 as real tweet. This is a fucking real thing going on in DFW. What the fuck do you guys have? What's going on in your state? Like, what the fuck? What is this? Zul Muhammad, the fucking Zul Muhammad, is holding a rally against
Zul
rednecks.
Muhammad, a very American name.
Yeah, in Frisco City, Texas. Are you tired of hearing low-class people blame your culture for their problems? He calls Texas trailer park trash. Zoom in on the let me zoom in on this. This is the shit that they're posting in. This is a DFW, everybody. This look at this. When you think of Dallas, Texas, do you think of this?
I mean, when I think of Dallas, Texas, I think about the Cowgirls and how disappointing they are. But yeah,
that's what you think about. You think about the Cowboys and the freaking that shit. You don't think of this.
I think of the Cowboys. I think of AT&T. I think of really good brisket. I think of how the fact Dallas Fort Worth is the 4th to 3rd largest metropolitan area in the country, and literally their only he posted this comparing Tallarico to Alfred E. Newman.
Oh my god!
From Mad Magazine.
Yeah, so it looks like that's going to be. So it looks like that is going to be Trump's. So that's going to be Trump's official nickname for Tallarico, Alfred E. Newman.
Oh.
Let's see. Stephen Miller also literally just said Democrats made history in Texas by nominating their first transgender Senate.
Trump also says congratulations to the Democrat Party. Al Green, one of the most mentally deficient congressmen in the history of our country, has lost in a landslide seat in Congress. But I will miss that lunatic not screaming and violently waving his can at me during my next State of the Union speech.
Alfred E. Newman.
No one said black people were apes other than black people. What makes you think?
Black people were into it. Anyway, so that's probably going to be...
This is from the Daily Wire a couple hours ago. It was reported that at James Telrico's church, where he said in a sermon that the trans community needs abortion care, they're pushing trans books on kids. Among the books in the church library is This Book is Gay, which lays out the ins and outs of gay sex.
I'll be back in.
Let me tell you something, by the way.
This is
I don't
real.
think you'd be able to see John Cornyn attack Tallarico this way. Paxton, you damn well could see that.
No.
I hope these ads not only are plastered statewide, I hope they're run in Spanish.
I think they should, because
They need to be run in Spanish, because that's how you're going to get these Hispanics to vote for Paxton in the general election.
I mean, granted, after given the margins last night, I think the Hispanics are behind Paxton, considering he cheated on his wife.
Shut up. What they are running on is Telrico's a fucking weirdo. That's kind of what they're doing, and he's a freak, and all that stuff.
It's like he's Telefrico.
Yeah,
it's really nice to see the Democratic attacks of like calling us weird come back to bite them in the rear end.
Because they're fucking just crazy. They're fucking disturbing. What is this? It's their name, James Telrico. Oh my gosh. Run this ad everywhere. Our office, the first in the history of the capital to add pronouns or official business cards. Where the fuck do they find these people from?
Let me see if I... wonder if I can translate what I said into Spanish.
Mamo for 2. Oh, my brothers voted for Paxton. Telrico is racist. Yeah. K-Cup for 5. What's the Hispanic Catholic population in Texas? Run ads with the books in Spanish, and these people crawl through fair to vote against Telrico. Yeah, run the ads in Spanish. Fucking run it everywhere in Spanish. Trans Day of Visibility. It just... James Telrico, crazy person. What? Hold on, what do you say here? White skin gives me and every white American immunity from the virus. What?
No, read the next part. Read the next part.
But we spread it wherever we go, through our words, our actions, and by... What the fuck is he talking about?
All right, to the Tejanos. Jimmy Twinkerico es para de vem, Ken Paxton es para ti.
Real.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We don't be showing symptoms like a white hood or Confederate flag be contagious. What the fuck? Who is this? Who thought, yeah, James Telrico, man, he's a better candidate than fucking Allred. Man, that's a very strong candidate.
It was just the Democrats doing whiteface.
I'm not a perfect Christian, whatever. It's just generic. Oh God.
I'm back.
Prophetic voices like Jesus have. Whiteness, oh my fucking God.
Whiteness.
My own masculinity.
What is it with that term? The term whiteness is just...
It's a painful process?
It's like it's an ideology. Whiteness.
It is an ideology.
Well, because that is their whole thing that race is literally just
okay. I gotta play this part. What the fuck did he say about Christ?
Yeah, I'm surprised Tallarico didn't just put on blackface if he was so ashamed of being white back in 2020.
What the fuck did he say here? Hold on. Shut up for a second. Reckon my own whiteness and masculinity. Oh, fuck's sake.
So is he gonna put on blackface and turn into a woman?
I don't fucking know.
Do people not realize this guy would be a shit candidate in a swing state? This is a red state. For them to have a shot at a state like Texas.
Of Telrico. What the fuck?
Oh, but he's a real Christian. Ken Paxton cheated on his wife.
For them to have a shot at a state like Texas, they need a candidate like Henry Cuellar, not this like gay twink.
I was a big nerd in high school. I never played sports.
Wow. I was a big nerd in high school. No one would have guessed. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
Run this shit everywhere. This is gold.
Feeder kid occupied government, as John Doyle says.
I was a nerd in high school. Gives me the same fucking vibes as Todd Howard saying I was in the chess club.
Yeah.
Literally, this is literally TCOG. This is literally TCOG.
Shouldn't out myself like this. Yeah, you shouldn't say that in public. What? Bruh, sex is a spectrum.
What did you say, Midnight?
Oh my god.
Oh, I was saying the Todd Howard reference. That was a great reference.
That's a good reference.
I was in the chess club.
Very ambiguous.
You can climb all the way to the top of that hill.
God is, oh yeah, here it is. God is both masculine and feminine. Yeah, totally. Yeah, sure.
God is non-binary, which now he's walking.
Yes.
We are putting that shit in ads. We are running those in Spanish. Honestly, so we may as well run those in fucking Punjabi too at this point.
Yeah, the funny thing about
as well.
The funny thing about Talarico saying this is he's actually breaking his own social framework because he's not respecting God's literal pronouns and what he said that he is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Run this shit in English, obviously. Run this shit in Spanish. Run this shit in Punjabi. Run this shit in Vietnamese. We're getting everybody on board.
Yeah, because
God is not a woman because man was made in the likeness of God and woman was made in the likeness of man.
Actually, on second thought, maybe not Punjabi because the Hindis.
Yeah, the religion's kind of but still, it's
maybe you can run it in Urdu or something.
I don't know. We can hire Vivek Ramaswamy to help us out.
Ramaswamy can help.
Yeah, Ramaswamy can help explain to us why Jesus is a way to God because of Hindu epistemological.
Yeah. Okay, I got more chats to catch up to before we watch the rest of this. I can't play the audio. I play a little bit. It's copyrighted. American Nerd for 2. Who's crazier, Telrico or Graham Plattner? Fucking both. They're fucking nuts.
Okay, Talrico is batshit, but Plattner's an actual fucking Reddit mod. Okay, you can't.
Yeah.
He's just the most disgusting, fucking degenerate. These are the people we joke about. And
yeah.
Let's try to have one clean episode, one family-friendly episode.
Woke James Bible, Book of Revelations. What? Woke James Bible.
Okay, that's a little. That's a okay. I'm not.
Maybe in the 30-second version, they cut that one.
Oh yeah, cut that
Okay, that's
part.
good. I wouldn't. Woke is a little overused. I don't really like using that term, but
there are many.
Woke and broke.
There are many more than 2 biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. There it is. He said the thing. On the 7th day of.
He is resting.
James Telrico. Oh my gosh. Telrico Protector of all. Unity Arc. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Unity Arc. Get the hell out of here, man.
Basically, what I would say is don't call him. Just let the word speak for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
just call him a freak. Just call him a freak. Calling someone a freak works. Literally, that should always work.
Or just call him a weirdo.
Protector of all, and there's the fucking.
You could just call him a goy.
To be able to hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not be Thomas Massey. To be able to write legislation that benefits whom? Not just people, but also our animal friends. Okay, why is it an attack? What?
What the fuck?
One cow.
Brother, do we have fucking...
One cow, one vote.
This guy running for second or
Oh, there it is! Okay, I get why.
Result, we have to reduce our consumption. I mean, okay, fine. He's not a vegan, but this guy is
part.
Cut the first part.
Okay, yeah, fine. This guy's not vegan technically, but he's still running on reducing meat consumption in Texas, which is. Maybe that works in Austin, and he'll probably get 75% of the vote in Travis County.
One cow, one vote.
Yes.
It's the right thing to do and the moral thing to do. Sure. The 11th commandment: Thou shalt not smoke brisket.
Tofu Twinkerico. You know what? Tofu Twinkerico. I like that nickname.
Non-meat campaign.
Non-meat campaign.
Step aside, Sam Houston. James Telrico's fighting for are they gonna say it? 6 genders in all species. Oh my gosh. A different moral yardstick. What insults Jesus? What the fuck? What?
What is this moral yardstick?
Moral yardstick.
A different moral yardstick.
A moral yardstick, bro. What the fuck?
He's a pastor, allegedly. Like, what is
Really, I
this?
think isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's like a seminary student.
I'm pretty sure. Like, what? And what else does he say?
I think James Tallarico needs an exorcism.
What insults
I
Jesus?
think he does.
Oh no, what does he say? Binary white people.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Barbecue eating, remember the Alamo. One perfect Christian. What? Not a meat-eating Caucasian binary Homo sapiens.
They need to be running this in Spanish.
Oh my god.
Do it!
They have to run this in Spanish.
The
They have to run
woke
this in
gospel of James.
James.
Radical leftist. Un-Texan, un-American.
Yeah, I don't like saying woke.
There
but
it is!
Still,
Woke weirdo for Senate.
Okay, I guess that has a good ring to it, but I still don't like saying.
My
I still don't like using woke. I think
the
woke is just overused. It's cliche.
That was good.
The boomers like it when you use
that was
it.
fun. That was good.
Yeah, but they already use it anyway. Like, I'll be honest, John Cornyn, the best thing he would do is just call him woke.
Tellerico, in his own words, said we need to reduce meat consumption, but we are a meatless campaign. That's what he said. But now, Democrats are advertising this. Let me just post it on stream. Right here. November, here we come. And look what Tellerico's eating.
It's a turkey leg.
Yeah.
See, he's not vegan. He's eating meat.
That sure looks like way too big for him to do.
Look at this. This is a real thing. The Democrats are saying, November, here we come. And they posted this.
Yeah, see, guys, he's not a vegan. He's eating meat.
He literally said, we are a meatless campaign. Now we're eating meat.
What kind of meat?
Look how disgusted he looks eating that, bro.
Yeah, he's like disgusted by it.
You know what this thing Tellerico reminds me of? It reminds me of when Harris went into that gas station and then she picked up like a bag of Doritos and she's like, "Oh, Doritos are my favorite."
Yeah,
and it was like the most
that.
unnatural scripted thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So the funniest image ever is like when Hillary Clinton, like 2016, went into like
she entered that apartment.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck?
It's like she saw a ghost. Like, what the fuck is this?
So the Austin City Limits Music Festival will be happening in October.
Oh,
one of the headliners is Charlie XCX.
Ooh.
And I'm sure, and that name, I mean, I'm sure you guys don't know much about her, but
what the fuck is that?
For some of you, it might ring a bell because in 2024 she released the Brat album.
No,
and she's the one that said that Kamala Harris is Brat.
So you're telling me Tellerico is going to, at the last minute, to associate himself with Harris, and we're going to get Tellerico as Brad.
Tellerico's Brad.
You're going to probably see Charlie XCX bring Tellerico up on stage, and she's going to proclaim that James Tellerico is Brad.
I hate Austin City Limits so much.
What the hell? If the Brat stuff comes back, I thought that was dead.
Well, I mean, you need to remember, Democrats are great at bringing shit back from the dead. Just look at all their 2020 voters.
I mean, let's be real. I think Brad is technically, I guess, still around in like the Austin gay sphere.
Yeah.
Please, let's bring back
go
Brad. Speaking of Cuba, I've not heard a lot about Cuba lately. Does anybody know what's going on there?
Once Iran's situated, we're just gonna like walk. Because, dude, we could literally just like walk down the street and just like take it. Like, just keep in mind, you take Venezuela in like an hour. If you jump from Key West, you can hit Florida. You know, if you just
we'll take Cuba in like 5 minutes, honestly. Because we haven't indicted Castro, I know that. We've indicted him, and we've been talking more with him. I think what's gonna happen in Cuba is gonna be like the Venezuela thing. We're just gonna take the shit over, and then it's not gonna become a state or territory. It's gonna be totally independent, but we basically control Cuba like we do with Venezuela. That's what I think's gonna happen in Cuba. I think we're just gonna take it indirectly. Maybe not a military operation, because isn't Cuba out of energy? Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So, yeah, like, how much longer can they last? Minutes? I don't know.
Yes. Seconds.
Yeah, like, that's the issue. I think Cuba at this point is inevitable. It's a matter of when, not if. It's a matter of when it happens. I think Trump's waiting on the, I'm pretty sure they are talking to Cuba.
Squealing like a pig. He's giving him all the information about all the, Hassan Piker, about all the...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He literally went on a live stream and just said everything that they needed to know.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, oh, yeah, this guy, he lives in Cuba. He's giving all the info.
Thank you very much.
He wants to hear this, and it's like, bro, you just...
You sold out everybody. Regulation on mail-in voting, cleaned up voter rolls, just common sense stuff. Cleaned up voter rolls, just common sense stuff, basically. Well, right here, a judge refuses to block Trump order to limit mail-in voting. There is no immediate effect in the midterms. So yeah, a federal judge declined to halt President Trump's executive order, creating a federal voter list and limiting mail-in voting, clearing the way for potential sweeping changes in how American elections are run shortly before this year's midterms. U.S. District Judge Carl Nicholas, a Trump appointee in Washington, late Wednesday rejected the request by Democrats and civil rights groups that had argued Trump's order would likely be found unconstitutional because the states and Congress, not the president, had the power to set election rules, which is kind of the... It is true, but here's the thing. This is kind of where it gets kind of weird. So, what Trump's executive order does, from my understanding, I think they actually have something about this. Yeah, right here. Trump issued the order in March after a bill he supported overhaul of voting stalled in Congress. The order would have had the federal government create a list of eligible voters and then directed the U.S. Postal Service to deliver mail-in ballots only to those on the list. And this right here is what this does. So you have to actually prove that you're eligible to vote, you're an actual citizen, and there is this mysterious voter list. And the only way that the U.S. Postal Service would actually deliver mail-in ballots is if you're on that list. That's all the order does. And this is where it gets kind of weird, because theoretically, Trump could direct the U.S. Postal Service to do this. What's really stopping him? Seriously, what's really stopping U.S. Postal Service from doing this? What? It's a regulation or whatever. That's where it gets kind of wacky, where it's a gray area where, yeah, Congress and states, they have the power to do this, but all he's doing is just directing U.S. Postal Service to just enact a common sense regulation. This is a pretty big deal, because this essentially stops a lot of bullshit. Without U.S. Postal Service giving mail-in ballots to God knows who, the Democrat machine does not work. In states like California or Illinois or New York, it doesn't. That's why it's a big deal. This does not prevent everybody from not being able to use mail-in voting. All it just says is, hey, you just have to prove you're a citizen, and then you can use U.S. Postal Service. That's it. All this is just saying is, hey, you're a citizen, you can vote by mail. But if you're not, we're not going to send you a mail-in ballot. Seriously, what is California going to do if USPS just says, fuck you? We're not going to give the people that we don't think are citizens. What can they do? You see the issue with this? And that's why it's kind of a gray area. Like, yes, the The last part about the proof of citizenship as a separate executive order, that's going to be basically impossible without Congress. If you like, that's going to be possible. But the main part with the mail-in list, what can California do? If USPS is just saying we're not going to deliver these ballots to people that are not citizens, you see the issue here? How do you get around that if you're a state? Democrats, illegals can't vote. Also Democrats. Yeah, it's just weird. All they're just saying is, hey, if you're not a citizen, you can't use USPS for mail-in voting. That's all they're doing here. That's a pretty big deal that a judge did not strike it down. Of course, it is a Trump judge. We get that, but it's a big win. It is a big win for President Trump that right now it has not been blocked. I wonder how much California voting numbers would drop if only citizens could vote. God only knows. That's the sickening part. Who freaking knows? Hey, we would have solved it by now if the Save America Act was, passed. We had it. It was right there. And John Thune refused to do anything with it because principles or some bullshit like that. It's insane. But yeah, it is just a kind of a tiny fix. There's got to be a significant overhaul in elections, obviously. Just do the Florida system. They fixed Florida elections after 2000 and after 2018. They fixed it. And now they count all the votes within a couple hours and they're done. Meanwhile, California takes days, weeks, sometimes months to figure out who won because they can't count anything. That is absurd to me. Why should a state like California be able to take months to count votes? Because it's a garbage law. Why? Just do the Florida model. That fixes everything. You don't have to worry about, just do the Florida model. You don't have to worry about anything because their elections are secured. It's fast, it's efficient, it's clean, and you get actual results that are correct. Just baffling. Absolutely baffling. We don't have this everywhere, and instead Trump has to do an executive order like this and it gets immediately blocked. Well, in this case it didn't, but the fact that we don't even do this, I don't know. But that's how it works. They did a lot of ballot chasing, which is just insane to even think about. Can you imagine how insane that sounds? Ballot chasing after the fact. You gotta go out and find votes. That's literally what they say in the law. Go find votes after the fact. Does no one see how insane that is? Yes. We need to find votes. Not earn them, not win over voters. We gotta find them after the fact. That's the wording they use. That's the issue. How is that fair to people that vote on election day? How? How is it fair for people that vote on election day that stand in line and some asshole can theoretically vote a month after the fact? How is that fair to anybody? How does it make any kind of sense? Take up for 2. Wasn't Trump arrested for asking to do that? Well, yeah. He was. There should be a law where if it takes more than 2 days for a state to count every ballot, where they get fined after each day, they have to count at least 99% of their votes. Well, yeah, there should be fines on it. But I have an idea. Count the damn votes. We just got some pretty big news out from 2028 as Gretchen Whitmer says she will not run for president in 2028. That's a big deal. One of the few Democrats that I think would be a legitimate threat to win. She's out running. Gretchen Whitmer was by far one of the strongest Democrats they could have ran, and they didn't. Might explain why she was cozying up to Trump a little bit. She knew it doesn't matter. She's not going to run again. She's probably done with politics. Well, not done with politics, but she's out running 2028. That's a big deal. That is one of the few Democrats I could see that could actually be a serious threat to win. The other one is Shapiro, but he's never going to freaking win the primary. He's not going to win the primary ever. Let's just cut the shit. There's no way in hell they're going to let Shapiro be the nominee. It is insane. Even though he's the strongest candidate, it's just not going to happen. Would Whitmer be a VP? I guess maybe, but I don't know. You think American elections are crazy now? This was the 1854 House election. Look at this. Yeah, again, American elections were wacky in the it was way more wacky than it is today. Look at this. Democrats, they had 157 seats. The Whigs, 70. 82 for the Democrats. Whigs, 54. No nothing, 52. Here's where it gets funny. Anti-Nebraska. There was a party where it was just they just hate Nebraska. Like, no, we don't want Nebraska. Fuck these guys. They got 22 seats. And Republicans got 13. The People's Party got 9. Free Soil, they got 1. And oh my gosh. So, yeah. Yeah, the anti-Nebraska party. What am I looking at? This is the 1854 House election. Isn't it beautiful? The Know Nothing Party that knows nothing about foreign policy. Wow, the Know Nothing Party had some very interesting opinions. You probably guess what. So right here, from 1901 to 1954, the state had failed to conduct legislative redistricting, at which point a constitutional amendment failed to conduct legislative redistricting, at which point a constitutional amendment to force regular redistricting of the House was passed. Under its provisions, if the legislature and a backup redistricting commission failed to enact a map, an election will be held at large. So, yeah. Basically, they couldn't redraw their maps, and, well, they had an at-large House election for the Illinois House of Representatives. Look at the majority they ended up with. They had a super majority. Even though Democrats got 52% of the vote. Yeah, funny how that works. I mean, like, this is obviously illegal now. There's no way in hell this would ever happen. Hey, actually, wait a second. Did the Supreme Court ever strike this down? Wait a second here. And by the way, look at the popular vote. Yeah, 273 million people voted for Democrats. 252 million votes for Republicans. You gotta love American elections, everybody. It's just the wackiest stuff possible. But the only reason they won is because this was when Johnson won in a landslide. Strike went down. Did they ever strike it down where like states could just do this? Where it's like, oh yeah, we're not redrawing. Fuck that. We're doing at-large districts. What the hell is that popular vote total? Well, this is why. This right here is why. You can't make this up. Illinois House of Representatives election. This is why the results are so crazy. Let's just look at this. Democrats got 2.3 million votes for everything because it was statewide. This is the official vote because each person got this many people to vote for them because it was at large in the state of Illinois. At large means it's the entire state. So you end up with this. This right here is just beautiful, right? This is what, oh my gosh. Just look at this. 525 million votes. Population Illinois is like, back at this point was what, like 10 million people? No, it was more. This is the official House ballot. And by the way, they only had 2 parties. You couldn't even vote independent. You had to vote Democrat or Republican. You know how sketchy this looks? Like, yes, you can only vote for one of the 2 parties. Look at this. And they even blacked out some names. They changed names at the last second. Oh, man. Yeah, this is what voters in Illinois had to deal with. Oh my gosh. absolutely wild. You just can't make this up. What am I looking at? You are witnessing history. I'll get the super chats in a second, because this is freaking stupid. America Noted for 2. Was the 1824 election decided in the House? Yes, it was.